Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sumit Kumar and today we will learn about EFS. So what is EFS? EFS is Elastic File System and we can say this is managed network file system. So I'll paste this document and I will recommend it that you can go through this document, and what we are going to do is we will create EFS and we'll mount that EFS into multiple EC2 machines. So in short, in brief, if I want to explain what is NFS is, EFS is. So EFS you can say like this is managed NFS, network file system, and can be mounted on many EC2 machines. Okay, what does it mean is if you create, let's create one EC2 machine, we will create practically. If you create one EFS, okay, that is the Elastic File System, and top of that you have to create security group. So you can use this Elastic File System in multiple EC2 machine. Okay, this is one EC2 machine. This is second EC2 machine. There will be 3, 4. That many EC2 machines can be connected to this EFS file system, and it can be used. So this is the difference between EBS and EFS. So in EBS you cannot do this one, but EFS you can do this thing. So and this will be EFS work with EC2 instance in multi-AG. Okay, and this is highly available because of the multi-AG ability zone, and it's scalable, but this will be a little bit expensive, but this will be price will be calculated as per use. So whatever you will use, how much data you will store, that much you have to pay. So I will give you the link of pricing in the description, so that you can Google it, you can search EFS pricing. And anyway, if you are using any of the AWS services, you should go with pricing first and calculate this pricing and all. What is the use case? Let's suppose that you want to share some data. Let's suppose that you are having one EC2 machine in dev environment and one in prod environment. For testing purpose, you want or you need some data to be common for dev and prod. Okay, so you can create one EFS and attach to both EC2 machine. So this practical things we will do today. We'll create two EC2 machine and we'll mount our EFS into both. And it is using, this is, as I told, that is managed NFS. So internally it is using NFS protocol. And one more thing, like if you are working with EFS, you can mount EFS only with Linux file system. You cannot go with Windows file system. Okay. Hope this concept is clear about EFS. So we'll move to EFS console and we'll create EFS and we'll mount that EFS into EC2 machines. So I already have created two EC2 machine here. Okay, the first EC2 machine, and this is my second EC2 machine. So I'll keep both here. So right now I have not created any. I've not mounted anything and nothing is there. So just now I've created. So you can create EC2 machine, and what I'm going to do is we'll create EFS and we'll mount that EFS into both EC2 machine, and we can see like how this will be useful to do the sharing work. If I update something here, it will be reflected here also. So let's move to AWS console and go to EFS. So whenever you will go to search for EFS here, EFS is the managed file storage for EC2. You go there and you create on file system. You can see the pricing or what is the pricing storage. This is for storage, standard storage, and this for standard infrequent access. So you can go with this create file system. We can give some name, like we are giving EFS to testing. And one more thing, like once you working with EFS, you have to create or to use that EFS in VPC. So we are not going to create VPC, we'll use default VPC. So we'll go with default. Otherwise, you can create VPC and attach that VPC to this EFS system. So as I told, you can go with one region or multiple region. So I will go with regional, and directly you can create here, but I want to show the other things, other property also. We'll go to customize and we'll see here. So general purpose, we are going for bursting. If you want, we can enable data encryption at rest. Okay, if you want, you can go for KMS key. This is a multi-region. Okay, so everything is set, and we can create this. By default, it is using security group. SG will go with the security group, and the same security group I have attached in my EC2 machine also. Whatever the EC2 machine I have created, you can see I have attached the same security group with this. Let me show you. This is my EC2 machine, and we'll go to networking. This is the same VPC also, default VPC. You go to security and then security, and then we'll go to see. This is the security group that we are using, and this security group we have to enable this port 2049, because this port is we have to open this port in order to connect to NFS, like that is EFS. Okay, we have to enable this one and this 22 port to connect with the PuTTY SSH connector. So these two port you need. So enable this one and attach the same EC2. Attach this security group in the same EC2 machine, and here also while creating the EFS, you have to use the same security group. Okay. So let's see. Here I'm using this all ability zone. US is to 1, B, C, D, E. All those things is there. Okay, if you want, you can create with a single zone also, but I'm going with multiple zone. Next. This is the advanced version. We can leave it for this. Okay, you can check all the things and create. It won't take much time to create this. See, this is available. Now, to use this EFS, click here, open this, and go to attach. Okay, so there are two options. You can go with the mount via DNS, or you can go with mount via IP. So we'll go with the mount via IP. What is the ability zone? Which ability zone my EC2 machine is? We can go here and see. That is not required because, but we'll go for same ability zones. This is 180. We'll select 180 and then copy this one. We'll go here, and then first of all we'll create one folder called mkdir EFS. Then mount this, and also same things we have to do here. We'll create one folder name called mkdir, and here will EFS and run this. And to create one file. Now you can see. So we have successfully mounted this one by Amazon EFS utils. So this one is required when you will go with mount via DNS. But I used mount via IP address, and then I just copy this command. Okay, just copy this command and run in your terminal. It will be mounted. So now you can see, like, once you will mount this one. So let's see here. This is true server. So I will put some content here. So vi test. Okay, right there, my EFS testing. Okay, save wq colon command. So I've written this file. I've written some content in this file from this server. But once you go here and see, you will look at test. You can see this is there. So this is the way you can mount your EFS into multiple EC2 machine. Hope you understand this one, and this is very easy to use. And the next video, what we will do is we'll use Lambda with EFS. So what our scenario is going to is, sometime what happen, we have to use multiple packages in my Lambda machine, and you can create only 5 layers by default. You cannot add more than 5 layers in your Lambda. Then the scenario is, if you need some package like that is having more size, TensorFlow or some machine learning package that is having more size is very high use. So in that case, if you go with layers, so you can add till 5 layer only, and there is some distinction in with size also. So you cannot use that in package with layers. So in that case, what we have to do is we'll use EFS, and we already have mounted that EFS into EC2 machine. So in that location, we'll install package, and that package will use from Lambda. So Lambda having connectivity with the file system also. So thanks for watching this one. So we'll meet in the next video to connect with Lambda and EFS. Thanks all.